Day 4 of posting every day until I have enough money to buy my own golf club. And today we're looking at Cummins Cove Golf and Country Club in North Carolina. I found this one off of Leisure Properties Group, and they gave me a little bit of information, and I want to break it down for everyone here, so let's dive into it. Now, it's listed for $2.8 million, which I actually think is pretty affordable for golf courses. I've seen some of the other ones go for like $25 million, so I feel like this is actually a bargain. But this is a public course, 18 holes, and it's in Hendersonville, North Carolina. If you're from there, maybe you know more about it than I do, but either way, definitely on my list. The first thing that I'm looking at is the EBITDA and the cap rate. From what I've seen, most golf courses have a cap rate somewhere around that 8 to 10% range. So this one being at 13, good sign. Now, the course was designed by Robert E. Cupp. I actually haven't heard of him, so I had to do a little bit of digging. But it sits on 133 acres, which is definitely a lot of room. And it looks like they've got some homes that are going to be under development shortly, which is also a good sign. So the high cap rate suggests that the property actually generates a good amount of revenue relative to the purchase price, of course. And the beta being at 7.22 is a pretty good rate in the golf industry, really. Think about it like this: the lower the multiple, the faster the return of your money. Now, I have no idea what Hendersonville is actually like. I've never been there. I've barely been to the East Coast. So if there is anyone from Hendersonville, maybe you could drop a comment about what your opinion is on the area. However, the price for this golf course, man, makes me wonder, like, maybe Henderson is the move. And now it does look like it has a tennis court, pickleball court, and a good restaurant with a clubhouse, and even a fitness center. So those are definitely potentials that we could amplify. I don't know if we would redo them all, but we can make it work. And I guess the course has back-to-back par 5s and some interesting par 3s, so would need to play it for sure. But some of the risks that I think are important to note here is that it looks like the local membership is kind of relying on those homes that are being built, which I think is kind of typical for most golf courses. So if for some reason like that development doesn't really go through, the memberships may not be there. So, I mean, that's one big risk. The next one is going to be like the operation costs, of course. I mean, I don't know what the seasonality is like there in Henderson, if you could play in the winter, but, you know, colder months, I mean, obviously it's hard to golf in the colder months, but here in Colorado, like, we can still get out even in January and February. So I'm not sure if that's the same in North Carolina. Now, a couple of ideas just off the top of my head for how I could increase the revenue. I mean, definitely amplifying the pickleball courts. I don't know why that sport's blown up so much, but it seems like it's just people are crazy about it. I also am just so fascinated with the idea of night golf. I think adding lights to a course would be tremendous. And I've also had a couple other people comment saying that like adding TrackMans to like the driving range would also be pretty cool too. So that's something to think about. So you tell me, is this a good investment? Should I spend $2.8 million if I had it on this golf course to not only have my own golf course, but to increase the revenue and grow it a little bit? For me, I think just the cap rate, the residential opportunity to add more houses, and my fun ideas of adding lights and TrackMan data to the course, I think it's a solid investment. I don't know. You guys tell me. Drop them in the comments. What do you think?